Hey, listeners, have you ever wondered what you're missing on the Patreon?
Let us ask you these questions. Do you like the Pre-Fixe? There's an extended version of it every week on the Patreon called the a la carte.
Do you miss your favorite dead celebrities? We have a medium who comes on to talk to them on the Patreon.
Are you an astrology buff? We have an astrologer who comes to the Patreon to read the celebrity stars.
Do you want to hear what we edit out of the podcast? Then you can listen to our cutting room floor episodes on the Patreon.
Do you ever wish we could fix you? Then listen to our all-tier advice episodes right now on the Patreon.
And if you ever want to kiki with other listeners of this pod, come to one of our hilarious live Zoom spectaculars.
Still not convinced? No problem. Head on over to patreon.com/fixingfamouspeople to listen to an example episode of each of these. Absolutely free. See you on Patreon.
Where's Shelley?
Support is available 24/7 with VerboCare. We're here day or night, ready whenever you need help. Because a great trip starts with the right support.
This is Fixing Famous People, the podcast where two reality television producers pitch solutions to save celebrities in dire straits.
But first, let's get to the Pre-Fixe, your weekly pop culture roundup.
Listeners, let me tell you something unusual that happened last week. Christopher and I are steeped like tea bags in pop culture 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that we went through all of last week's broadcast without mentioning or remembering that the Met Gala was this week, it is, in a word, stunning, to be honest with you.
It's applicable to how we feel about it this year. I'll tell you that much. No spoilers, but neither of us were very impressed. And I might I might come to the conclusion at the end of this episode that I don't need to pay attention to the Met Gala again at all.
In which case, I will have my dream broadcast where I'm here alone, just making fun of people with no one to respond. That is absolutely not my dream. That was a joke. And I agree with Christopher that it was a bit. There was some shark jumping last night I was like, what's happening? Still some beautiful people, though. I mean, it's not. You're going to get what you need from us.
Yeah, but it ain't what it was.
Suffice it to say, days later, we remembered that it was coming up, and celebrity stylist Charlotte Rose Coleman will be joining us, as always, for us to run it down. So we won't be talking about the Met Gala during this Pre-Fixe, except there is one thing that I have needed to get off of my chest for 24 hours, and I need to say it. Lauren Sanchez Bezos is as close as we're going to get to an actual comic book villain in our lifetime. This is someone who oozes villain energy from every pore. Stick with me for a second. I'm very pro sex work. We've said it on this pod before, so I'm using this only as a descriptive and not a pejorative. But I look at her, what she's done to herself, what she's done with her life, and every time I look at her, I'm looking at a hooker at the Star Wars cantina. That's who I look at when I see her. And she has done what an invader from another world would do. She has come here, given universally superior sex to the world's wealthiest man, married him, and infiltrated every form of life. She stands behind the president at his inauguration. She's now co-chairing the biggest celebrity event. How? We didn't know who this individual was 3 years ago.
Truly.
And now to call her ubiquitous would be an understatement. She's here invading us and must be stopped.
My note is Lauren Sanchez's face is truly Wildenstein territory, and I'm done with people saying she looks good.
Who says
that? And I said
that?
Also her dress, she should be put in prison for her dress, is what I wrote.
Well, the history of that dress, which we'll get to, is even more of the reason why I need her put in solitary confinement.
She looks like Jabba the Hutt put her in a washing machine. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, when her mouth is closed, it's still open. Do you see in the middle of her lips? It's now like a diamond shape. Like, think about when you put your four fingers like this. Like when you put your index and thumb together and then put those together, that hole that you see in the middle of that's in her lips now.
You know why? Because those elves that are in her wig have pulled her cheeks back so far.
That.
They died around the holidays, and she hasn't removed them yet. So their grip is still loosening, and the face, it's not.
It's like if you put 4 pillows next to each other, that's what and not in a good way. She might be the ugliest person that's a celebrity. Like I feel physical pain when I see her face.
Uh-huh. She doesn't look comfortable.
No.
And I'm not comfortable seeing her. I'm not.
Dare I say this? It's borderlining
How the fuck is
the
she
substance.
There?
It's
She's
borderlining the substance at the end. Like, I'm serious.
A little bit. She's trolling the entire planet. Again, inauguration, Oscars, Met Gala. Who are you, bitch? Where did you fucking come from? Get out. Get out.
Also, LOL that they like completely made fun of Jeff Bezos on Devil Wears Prada 2. Did you see it? You saw
Which
it, right?
is so bizarre.
Good. The best thing ever.
So bizarre.
Yeah.
How did it happen? And by the way, Devil Wears Prada made a shitload of money. It was the #1 movie. The big story with Devil Wears Prada is that internationally, it has been like doing gangbusters more than they even thought. But there is a little bit that's sort of like, if Anna Wintour's like in on it and part of it and promoting it, have we been trolled? Did we give in? Did Meryl give in? Did the film industry give in? She's not supposed to be. We're supposed to be critiquing that world. And now instead it's dropping deliberately 5 days before the Met Gala so everyone can talk about it and be a part of it. A little strange. Satisfying film, but
yes. Well, and also the thing that she wants to get, the thing that Miranda Priestley wants to get in the movie is like what they did to Anna, which was make her the biggest, like the head of content or whatever it was.
And also Anna, I got to say, so Zoran Mamdani, our mayor, did not go. Basically his spokesperson said, word for word, it goes against everything he believes in.
Yeah, sure.
We knew this. We knew this when we voted. This is not Eric Adams. This is someone different.
Yeah.
He is a Democrat
Turkish
socialist.
citizen Eric Adams, by the way.
He
never. The second that he didn't have any power here, he went and got citizenship of another country. That's all you need
because
to know
he needs somewhere to go when he's accused of all the crimes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
The second that he was no longer in power, he went to go get citizenship of another country. Goodbye.
I don't have 100% hate for him, though. I like a wide knot on a tie. I like seeing the mayor at a dance club. I mean, of course, Zozo goes to Stonewall when he needs to make a statement. Yes. He doesn't show up at fucking Webster Hall like Eric Adams.
Yeah, anyway.
Trolling everybody.
Anyway,
Anna, last night, Anna Wintour shading him without saying his name and giving an interview on Vogue.com right at the top of the red carpet and saying, like, the Met Gala is great for New York City. That's what I want to point out. It's just become a part. All the hotels, all the restaurants.
LOL.
This is what I never want another celebrity to say again. I don't want to hear how you being rich is good for the city around you, because it's fucking not. Unless all of your celebrity friends give $100,000 to fix the one train so I can get where I need to go on time, you're not benefiting the city. Filling up the Carlisle Hotel and the Mark Hotel does absolutely jack shit for the people who work here. So just suck it up that the mayor called bullshit on your stupid party, and don't try to make it seem like he's the idiot. You're the idiot, sugar.
Yeah. And also,
maybe we shouldn't even talk about it today. I'm so bitter about all of it.
An epic failure of a Met Gala, by the way. Epic failure. Like, you dumb bitch. Like, it was horrible. We'll get there. Why am I doing this? We'll get there.
Why do a theme when everyone's just going to be like, I'm going to do whatever looks kooky?
Yeah.
Why just do that? People I hated, I hate more now. And people that I loved, some of them I love more, but some of them I no longer love.
Even our girl Nicole Kidman is going to catch some bullets in that. Like, she's going to catch
really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She's going to catch some fire here.
You know who caught some bullets from me is Connor Story. We're going to do a whole section on men breaking the gender norm and how, like, you don't just throw on a skirt. You got to have a reason to do it. And I'm a little mad that Billy Porter started this trend and no longer gets invited to the Met Gala. Like, Billy Porter's tuxedo dress at the Oscars and his Cleopatra moment at Met Gala, that's what broke the gender norm stuff at these events. And now The Rock is showing up in a skirt. It's not the same. And why isn't Billy Porter invited anymore?
Give me 17 million breaks.
Or is this just another person of color who started something who you then put in a cabinet when you're done with him so everyone else can claim? Connor Story looked like Jane Lynch confused about what to wear to a sex party. 6 months in, this bitch is showing up in a polka dot. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's the whole across the board, even the people that looked great, I was like, but this really could just be an Oscar dress. Like, rough and tumble.
This is my issue. You would think in the past 5 minutes that we hate pop culture. The truth is that we love it.
No,
I
we're
just don't like
disappointed.
when its participants make me hate it. I don't like when you make me think I'm an idiot for loving entertainment, because the people last night made me hate it.
I don't like being bored by the Met Gala, and I was bored. Yawn. Anyway, okay, we'll get there. We clearly both want to burn the Met to the ground, so
should we warn Charlotte before we?
Yeah, I know we should. I think I'm going to text her when we
do not show up in a good mood here.
Yeah,
CRC.
Don't be smiling whenever you see us, because we aren't.
Anyway, I know I don't think our fight will be too big about this. It was off theme. No. I loved Nicole Kidman's red dress. I do have a segue here.
No, it's beautiful.
Even though it had nothing to do with anything.
Boring. It could wear this to any event.
My mother, Barbara Babs Pupa, called here this morning and was like, I love Nicole. She was my favorite. I also loved, and I think she knew you weren't at the Met Gala. She said, I also loved Christopher's costumes at the Kentucky Derby.
Period.
So before we go any further, and she did use the word costumes, I did not correct her and say they were ensembles from the heart. Please tell the listeners how the Kentucky Derby was. Those who did not follow along with your insanely polished and sensual and creative outfits.
I need to post some more. I have so many good pictures.
You should.
Okay, so friend of the show, Damaris Phillips, who I've been working with for years now on Food Network shows. She is obviously the most famous person in Louisville, as I like to call her. She tried to correct me and say Jack Harlow is the most famous person in Louisville. And I said, who the fuck is that?
Who?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I screamed at her. I said, you are the most famous person in Louisville. She was like, please stop yelling at me.
Damaris just moved herself to second place, and Nicole Scherzinger is going to be there. So, Damaris, how dare you? Love you, but how dare you?
But she invited, I mean, obviously she gets a box every year. She has, she always has seats. She works the Kentucky Derby. And so she has been inviting us for years. And this year we're like, we have to go. And we went, and we had the most fun ever. Please know,
like you were having fun.
No one else dresses in a theme. Like, she always does themes where it's like, this is very who she is. But the themes this year were mimes and 1970s Elvis. Like last year they did The Wizard of Oz, and I believe Mad Hatters was one of them, or Alice in Wonderland was another one. And so it's
what was that first party you went to? Was the Oaks?
The Oaks is on Friday, yes.
Oh, so because of you guys, I thought that it was like a costume party where everyone goes, oh.
Well, P.S. Hassan was on his flight and was like, someone else was going to the Kentucky Derby. And he's like, yeah, the themes are so good this year. And the person was like, what? And he didn't know also that it wasn't the whole thing.
There are no themes. Our friends are insane.
Yeah, so like people, like Friday when we walked in dressed as mimes, people were like coming up to us being like, can I take a picture with you? Like I felt like a celebrity, like for real. People were like coming up and being like,
you kind of are.
I have to take pictures with you.
More than Jack Harlow, I'll say that, Damaris. Continue, Christopher.
Yeah, loser. Anyway, we had the best time. We were dressed up crazy. Everyone looked at you walked into a room, everyone's dressed exactly the same, and then you're dressed completely differently from everyone else. And it was so much fun.
I liked your take on it particularly. Everyone in your group looked very good, but yes. I loved your take on it.
Thank you.
Only because I didn't know right away that you were a mime, but then when I found out you were supposed to be, it made sense. Unlike Nicole Kidman's explanation of why she wore a red dress to fashion is art, but we have a whole other hour for that.
Get it. But we had the best time. Damaris rolled out the red carpet for us, and I'm like indebted to her for the rest of my life because of it. Her and her husband are the best. Her sister is like the funniest person alive, and we had the best time with her sister. Like,
second funniest. Watch it. I'm right here.
And like, we had so much fucking fun. And
you look like
got dressed up. We got dressed up. We did 1970s Elvis on the day of the Derby.
I don't think, is that what you were like? I saw you in your Zero Waste Daniel coat. You guys you and Hassan both looked amazing. I wasn't getting too much 70s Elvis from that, but I guess I could see it.
A lot of them were a lot of fringe, but I just didn't have the fringe to do it.
You didn't need it.
I just kind of did my own thing. But all this to say, people were like, I mean, we would walk through the crowd and people would be like, I love your look. I love your look. Oh my God, you look amazing. Like, people would find us at our box and be like, this is where you guys are. I was trying to get a picture with you. And then they would take a picture. Like, it was so fun. Meanwhile, We're in like the level where like they just are bringing around margaritas and mint juleps on a tray, and you just pick one. Like think of like get your pop here. Like think of like at a baseball game when they're like, here's the beers, like beer here.
Get your mint julep.
It's that, but it was mint juleps in like real glasses. So we were.
I would have had 8 of them and thrown up for sure.
Dominic, I was 17 million sheets to the wind every day. Like I was, please.
Most importantly, did you see Anna Nicole Smith's daughter, Danny Lynn, while at the Derby?
Dominic. I think it was Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing at the security because we went in with Damaris. Like Friday, we got to walk the red carpet. We got to do this like glam bot kind of thing with Damaris. So like we really, it was a celebrity experience for real.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday morning is like, obviously Saturday's the day of the actual Derby. That's like the one of like where all the celebrities are there. Dominic, when I tell you, we pull up to the talent entrance, we get out of the thing, we're checking in. And when I tell you, I look to my left and one of Damaris's friends is like, there's Danny Lynn, there's Danny Lynn. There she is. I look over and she is right next to us. And I could have reached out and touched her.
She looks so sweet.
I almost said, first of all, gorgeous in person.
Is she?
Gorgeous.
I love that.
Gorgeous, very like thin and cute, very like goth Hot Topic, like a vibe going on with her in the
she's
best
19.
way.
Yeah.
In the best way. Like she's very like Evanescence is the soundtrack to her life. And it's and again, compliment. Like
she looks like a girl. I know she's legally an adult, but it's like people were saying online, like shows up and stuns in a shocking new look. It's like, no, she's doing what 19-year-olds do. And she's literally trying to not look like her mother. So leave her alone.
Yes. Like the exact opposite of her mother. Gorgeous. Dominic, when I tell you, I had to stop myself from going up to her to be like, your mom is with you. Like I'm
surprised you. Oh my God.
It was too, I couldn't. But I wanted to be like, but then I thought, like, what do I say? And I was going to say, I host a podcast and we contacted your mother through the Beyond and blah, blah, like, and then I was like, no, I sound like a fucking lunatic. And so I was like, let me not say anything to her, but she looked so beautiful. She was stunning in person.
You should have walked up to her and just gone, trim spa, baby.
No,
and then walked away. Well, I'm glad you guys had a good time. It looked like you were having such.
We had the best. So much fun. So much fun. The food there, we went out to dinner a couple times. The food was incredible. Like we had the best time ever. Sunday, the tickets to fly home were, when I tell you, $1,100 a person for a 2-hour United flight from Louisville to Newark. Like, so we got a room at the Omni on points for free and gorgeous hotel. And we went and saw the Devil Wears Prada 2 with Damaris and her family. And it was so much fun.
I can't even talk about travel. We were talking about travel costs before we hit record on today's podcast. It is like, because I have a little tour coming up and it is, I'm trying to find even a hotel in Provincetown for my parents when they come to visit this summer. I don't think I'm going to fly anywhere. Everything is so fucking expensive. And then I'm like, but if the gas is expensive, should I just be flying? What difference does it make?
Wait, when are your parents coming? They should be coming.
We're planning it out. I think that's a terrible.
That's a terrible idea.
It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea.
Why? But we can be.
I have to put them toward the end.
Okay.
When I'm going to probably have more dates in Provincetown, and I want them. Well, they can't stay with us. I mean, that's their.
No,
case,
I know, but
in that house,
I know, but can't they just come when we're there? Come on, just think about it.
I think it's a terrible idea.
Parents,
I know. Think about it.
I know you hear me.
Oh, she's going to call me the moment you say it.
Let's get on, like both of Dominic's parents and myself, let's get on the same page and we'll figure this out.
It's too many people to entertain and to also perform.
I'm
already cringing.
I can entertain them.
I don't think
you don't even have to be involved. Picture me, Hassan, and your parents running around pizza, and that's fun. Sorry to tell you. Come on. Anyway,
we can discuss. He's gonna
kill me. If I die tomorrow,
I'm not picking up the phone when my mother calls. But I will say we can discuss.
We can discuss. But that's all. Okay. Anyway. Wait, but travel is terrible. I interrupted you.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Travel is terrible. Yeah. Well, Spirit, you can't fly Spirit anywhere anymore, Dominic. So.
True. Well, I never did fly Spirit or Frontier, although I would now, considering.
That's what I'm saying. You can't even get a budget.
Like, I'm trying to find a hotel in Chicago. Even the hotels in DC when I'm going are like, I'm calling everyone I know to get discounts. Yeah, I'm not impoverished, but these are like dynasty level pricing for like what is essentially absolute shit.
No, and some of the hotels we stayed in when I came with you on your tour were like fine. Like they weren't nice.
Fine.
And it was like, but it was
good
the
$200 a night hotel.
The price
$300 a night.
The price reflected. Do you know what I mean?
Provincetown, $860, baby.
No,
I know it's
absolutely
summertime,
not.
but good God, man.
No. Anyway.
We have to start. I'm trying to think of when's the first story that's a good mood.
We're in a terrible mood today is what we are.
Okay. Well, we can't talk about this. Would you like to introduce a Britney watch since we do have to lead with her now?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Britney watch.
Hi, y'all. Well, Britney was sentenced to 12 months probation after pleading guilty to reckless driving. She also has to go see a psychiatrist several times a month. This is a good deal.
I think it's good.
She's lucky she didn't kill anybody or herself. Still angry that she did it. She seems very repentant. She popped right on that Insta, shook her tits. She's all, everyone's happy. She's happy. Good for you. Don't do it again. We don't want to have this conversation.
Probation, I feel, is grounding for her.
Yeah, if she doesn't fuck it up.
Some kind of intervention on her that's not a conservatorship is, I think, what needs to happen. And so I think that I really am, like, the fact that she has to check in with someone that isn't her fucking one-legged piece of shit father is, like, good. Know what I'm saying?
He'll probably hop over to one of those probation things.
He sure will. He'll try to pay them off is what he'll try to do. He'll try to intervene monetarily with that fucking bitch, Lou Taylor.
That gay bastard.
That gay cock-sucking loser. Yeah.
Ooh. Dolly Parton has canceled her Las Vegas residency, but did release a video on Twitter, like a 5-minute video. Looks great. Sounds okay. I'm still worried, obviously. Like I'm not happy about the situation.
She's too old to be in a Las Vegas residency. And I say that meaning like, I don't want her to have to put herself through that. Not from like no one wants to see her. She's a living legend. But like, I don't want her to have to do that rigorous of a schedule.
Well, it's either that or nothing, because these old queens go for the residency because they just park in that hotel
and they just
go downstairs, do their shit. Right. So for someone her age, it's sort of the easiest thing. I wish Cher would do another residency instead of teasing that she's going to do a tour, because she's about to be 80, which is what Dolly is now. But I agree about the concern. She's got kidney problems. She said she's spoken about it before. The kidney stone issue has fucked up her immune system and a bunch of other stuff. I think everyone thought that she was going to say she had cancer. She didn't say that. It doesn't mean she doesn't have it. We hope she doesn't. But I feel like Dolly would have been honest about it.
Yeah.
And she had a bad year. You know, her husband passed away and then she got sick. I'm sure it contributed to her condition, but she got all dolled up and did 5 minutes of like Dolly stand-up. She talked about her tits. She talked about her rhinestones. She talked about plastic surgery and all of it. She just gave us what we've missed over the past year just to let us know she's okay. And everyone who does know her says like if she's not working, she's miserable. So she almost like needs to get better to move on. You know, like that's what her life is. She's got no kids and now her husband's gone. I want her to work. Even if she just releases a Twitter video every day, I'm fine with that. Maybe that can be the rest.
Can't she just like sing out of her house and put it on the internet? You know what I mean?
I have a Twitter residency, y'all.
Like, but like for real though, like, you know what I mean? Just like set up a camera in her house and she can just sing and then we'll just watch it.
I wouldn't mind that. Wouldn't mind it.
You know, Instagram Live, like, you know.
Dolly, we pray for you every day.
Of course.
Truly, every day. And honestly, and I'm going to put this out in the universe. A lot of you antiques are turning 80 years old this year. You, Cher, Liza. I'm looking for some sort of 80th birthday, 2026 celebration. And I think you all need to hop on the horn and
be together.
Together.
But they could do one night only.
That's it. Just like when Betty White hosted SNL and they had like 10 other hosts that night to take the burden off. Why don't the three of you go on a tour and just call it, we're 240 years old, y'all. And then you each just do 45 minutes and we all go, come on.
No, but then the three of them together and then add in like the other women from 9 to 5. You know what I mean? Add Jane, add Lily Tomlin, like.
I mean, Liza Minnelli, who is famously still pissed at Gaga because they wheeled her out, in every public performance is in a chair since then. So it's like, we already know that she can be wheeled out on a throne. She was on Drag Race earlier this year.
Yeah. Have Barbara there. Have Barbara. You know what I mean? Like have Barbara come out. Like That would be something. Like Divas Live again, basically. Celine can be there. Like that would be.
Divas Live Cocoon Edition. That's what it needs to be. You must be 80 to participate in this Divas Live.
You're so excited. You're so excited.
Yes. Oh,
that's fun.
Oh, now
that's $860 is right. What that is
for real.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I've paid more than that to see Cher before.
Yeah.
BTW.
No, but that's, you know what I'm saying? Like
great.
if you're charging $860, that's what I want to see.
There's actually a Liza event happening in June at Carnegie Hall. I don't know if Liza's going to be there. I bet they're going to like wheel her out on that wheeled throne, but
yeah,
we might want to consider going to see that.
Yeah, we might have to.
Because who knows? I mean, with Liza, truly, who knoys? I mean, who knows with all of them?
Oh, yeah,
that's why we should go to anything they do, because you never know.
Can't you see him singing a song here?
Of the week. Can you sing a song here?
You know, I tell that story to every single person that I meet.
You should. I'm going to tell it from beyond the grave at my own funeral as one of the 10 greatest moments of my life. Moving along. Well, in what is possibly the biggest shock of the week, out of nowhere, the Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni lawsuits settled.
Oh, all that fanfare, all that paranoia, that psychosis that all of you sick fucks have been doing for 2 years. Mm-hmm. All that for this. And I'm sure that it's settled. It's settled out of court.
Getting what she wanted.
I'm sure that she settled out of court. I'm sure we'll never know the details. I'm sure they're sealed. I'm sure that they, you know what I mean? Like mum's the word. And I bet you that
she knew no one wanted to work with her anymore.
Nope.
She knew that if she went to the Met Gala with this not resolved, it was the only thing people were going to talk about, because Blake Lively did attend the Met Gala on Monday night.
Looking like a fucking loser. Yeah.
And I bet at a certain point, T Swift called her up and was like, seriously, though, I need you to make this go away, because I'm not going to have my text messages to you read in court.
Yeah.
Fix it, bitch. And I think that's part of what happened.
Fix it. And then hung up the phone.
Oh, yeah. She, Olivia, poped her ass. So we may never know, although I am 99% sure if you get Justin Baldoni drunk at any bar, he will tell you exactly what she conceded to. And everyone releases statements. We're endlessly proud of the movie It Ends With Us. Really? Because if it wasn't, it's not a good movie. Yeah, it's like all this for like a C+
you should be hanging,
event in cinema.
Hanging your head in shame that you made this movie is what you should be doing.
Can you even imagine? Speaking of hanging our heads in shame.
Uh-oh.
As we predicted from the moment it was announced.
Oh, yeah.
The Pussycat Dolls tour has been canceled in North America. Ladies, it should have been at smaller venues. We knew it was going to happen. And we even knew that it was going to get canceled an hour before the Met Gala, when you were hoping it would get lost in all the miasma. It will not. We are still talking about it.
Not here.
And I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I want you to succeed. To be clear, they've kept one North American date, which is an appearance at West Hollywood Pride at the beginning of June. So it's not even like a full concert
it's like they're in a parade. They're in a parade. They're in a parade.
They're going to be waving flags. However, all of their UK and European dates, which they point out are many of them are sold out, or close to being sold out.
Yeah.
They're also being held in pubs. But what I did think,
they're at a laundromat.
They didn't not address that it was because of the tour underselling. Like, I was surprised. They used fancy wording, but
they said like we didn't.
They said we hope to bring the show to fans across the world. After taking an honest look at the North American run, we made the difficult and heartbreaking decision to cancel all but one of the North American dates. That's at least an admission. It's not like, oh, Jennifer's getting the process of getting a divorce, so we have to cancel the North American tour. It's like, no, you weren't selling. That's why you canceled that tour. It had nothing to do. She's always getting divorced. They had to cancel because they weren't selling. I don't believe that it was because there were only 3 instead of 5 Pussycat Dolls. I don't think people care how many Pussycat Dolls were there.
No one cares, but it is weird when it's like just 3 of them.
Yeah.
Look, I do want 5 of them doing choreography on the stage, I'm sorry to say. Even if there's 2 dancers that you say are the other 2 that we don't need, because I wouldn't know the difference.
They're too nichey. They're not a legacy act in the way,
they're
like
not
if
the Spice
Destiny's
Girls.
Child announces a tour.
Yes.
they'd sell out the Vatican 20 times. Like literally, like it would be no problem.
But even like, again, the Spice Girls, like we know every one of them. You know what I mean? Like we don't know. We know Carmit and Robin Anton, and we know
Robin. I don't think is even one of them.
I don't even think she is. I don't know. And then we know
she's behind the scenes.
Nicole. Wait, by the way, I didn't even bring up Nicole Scherzinger sang the national anthem at the Oaks on Friday. Didn't even sing it on the Saturday.
Of the Derby?
At the real Kentucky Derby, she sang it
Who
on
sang
Friday.
It? Jack Harlow?
Some literal band that I've never heard of that did a terrible job. Like horrifically bad. And she sang it so well, but here's what I'm going to say to you, Dominic. Everything, now that they've announced that thing, every time I see a video of her on Instagram, she annoys me so much.
Nicole?
I'm so annoyed with her.
We're going to have to fix her.
I think she needs to go on the list. I think she needs to go on the list. And it's hard it's hard to say that, but I think that we need to
winning
put her on
a Tony Award does not fill Pussycat Doll seats.
No,
unfortunately.
No.
Her year of magic is officially over. And now it's time to rethink. You should have done smaller venues, ladies. Madison Square Garden. What are you thinking?
She isn't thinking. That's the problem. She's out of her mind. However, she sang the national anthem. It was great.
She's got the pipes.
She's got the
fucking
pipes.
Sing her face off.
She really does, but
there might be a Michael Jackson sequel and fights, the movie, and fights are already starting about it. I am told, because if you're going to do the sequel, you can't not talk about everything that happened in his life afterwards.
Oh, it's true.
It's got to be the Lisa Marie, the children, the accusations. You don't they deliberately ended it.
Blanket being dangled over the balcony.
Yeah, you have to do all of this. And the Michael Jackson they presented in the first movie is not that Michael Jackson.
It's also just the worst idea.
He's an angel on earth.
It's the worst idea I've ever heard.
It's
the worst idea I've ever heard. Bubbles the monkey. Again, Bubbles the monkey. The propofol. The bleaching of the skin. Like the doctor. Like all of that.
It's all going to be in there.
Yeah.
That's what I want. What if someone with balls actually then did what if the tone was completely different and not celebratory and was just honest the whole way through? Like put a different director in there.
It won't be. They saw dollar signs and they were like, let's make a sequel.
Well, they're still seeing them, which means it's probably going to happen. And it's going to be so sanitized that who knows? Maybe they won't even have the same cast. All I know is, if Jermaine Jackson doesn't do something about that fucking hairdo of his, before the next movie comes out, I'm going to scream. No millionaire. Don't make me not want money by thinking I will lose all my taste if I get that money. I have very little to begin with.
For real.
The Bachelorette will air. The Taylor Frankie Paul Bachelorette will air this summer after all. I guess she cleared whatever threshold ABC had as far as throwing a stool at someone who's holding your baby. And now they're like, okay, let's do it.
They're going to do some Diane Sawyer bullshit thing where she sits down and takes accountability for the whole thing and blah, blah, blah. Like that, that's what they're going to do. It's going to be like some 60 Minutes style, you know what I mean? Like CBS News thing where she sits down and is broken. And she's like, I was in a cycle of violence and blah, blah, and cop to everything. And they just had to sort that out before they aired it. And then they'll air it, which does work for me. But
on paper, sure. Yeah. I don't like her. She's not my cup of tea. She's not the type of person I want to watch on reality television. So I wouldn't watch her in this role. I think it's going to be hard to watch her.
How happy are these men that were dishwashers that now get to be fitness influencers? They're so happy. They couldn't be happier, right?
Their followers, their following is already growing as far as they're concerned. They're finally getting their pump.
They can't wait to give me a 30-day, DM me this word and I'll send you my 30-day workout routine thing. They have that locked and loaded and it's just been sitting there collecting dust and they can finally fire it.
Guys, we won't be, by the way, either. We won't.
No, absolutely not.
We'll look for other work.
Yeah. You should.
Well, since you said Diane Sawyer's name, we will jump ahead here. Diane Sawyer has assembled a special about Richard Simmons' final moments before the fatal fall that took his life. She'll be speaking with his brother and the sister-in-law and the housekeeper in a very rare tell-all.
Yeah, that's big, though. That's big. That's huge.
It is it is necessary. I'm glad we have it. Hearing from the housekeeper and this confidant who's been accused of falsely of many things over the years, like including
Munchausen's by proxying him basically into the grave. Yeah.
So I look forward to seeing which reputation Diane Sawyer ruins for eternity by being way too aggressive and inappropriate with people.
I will say, as much as you know that I fucking hate her, I would like for her to use her powers for good for once and like destroy this housekeeper and see what goes on. You know what I mean? To get in there.
I don't think she's got it in her.
I know. I don't think she does either.
I think Diane Sawyer leaves the house once every 18 months to look at someone and say, but did you smoke crack? Like, that's all she does. That's what she wants.
But I do want, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would love for her to sniff around and give us answers. Here's the real thing. Do we need to do Richard Simmons on Fixing Dead People? I feel like it's next. I feel like that's what we need to do.
Sure.
Right? Has he been dead long enough?
Some time with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been more than a year. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
That's when the light went out in the world. History will trace his death to things being shitty on our planet.
And P.S. everyone, I'm not going to... Marilyn Monroe has been active with Aaron. That's all I'm going to say. I got a text today. Marilyn Monroe has been active. We are no longer in a waiting room, and that's all I'm going to say. And we're going to learn more on the Patreon. Is all I'm going to say to you right now.
Subway dust. Subway dust.
We might have to do a recheck in with her and see what she thinks of Subway dust.
I'm sure she loves it. I bet she had a sense of humor.
Any hoomst.
Anywho, some theater. The Tony nominations came out yesterday morning. Schmigadoon and the Lost Boys are leading the 2026 Tony nominations. They each got 11 nominations, followed by the revival of Ragtime and Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman and Cats, the Jellicle Ball, which got 9 each. Also up for Best Musical, Titanic and Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York. Some surprises in the musical. These 3 musical revivals have been tearing it up recently, and that is Ragtime, Cats, the Jellicle Ball, and Rocky Horror Show. They were all nominated for Best Revival. Only 3 nominations. What was not nominated? Chess. Who was also not nominated? Leah Michele for Chess. And she's been campaigning for the past couple of months.
That's kind of crazy.
A little bit, but I'm going to say this, and I think I have the backing of everyone who's seen it. Leah Michele, despite whatever you think she can't read or she took a shit in someone's wig or whatever.
Yeah, she's illiterate.
She's still amazing.
No, of course.
I saw this, and she has a co-star named Nicholas Christopher who was nominated for Best Lead Actor in a Musical. He's so good and so overpowering. You sort of leave the musical thinking that guy's getting nominated.
Yeah.
You're not really thinking about her. The role wasn't, I don't want to say it wasn't showy enough. It didn't feel like she was going to get nominated. She was still solid, but it didn't feel like it was going to. Some other fun stuff is that Rachel Dratch and Anna Gasteyer are both nominated for Best Featured Actress in a musical. Obviously, they were on SNL together, and that is super fun to see them both nominated.
Love that.
Daniel Radcliffe is nominated for Every Brilliant Thing. He will only be in the show for 3 more weeks because who takes over? Mariska Magdalena Hargitay. More on that in the coming weeks, I assure you. And that's it. There's a lot of good shit on Broadway this year. I saw Death of a Salesman. I saw Ragtime.
Wait, how is Death of a Salesman? Is it?
It's exactly what you think it's going to be. It is exactly the masterpiece that you know.
Okay, good.
It's going to be.
We have to go.
Gotta go. Nathan Lane, Laurie Metcalf in particular for me was just.
Yeah. Love her.
She was tipped to be nominated for this other play called Little Bear Ridge Road for Best Original Play. The play was nominated. She was not, which was interesting. But your girl, Marla Mandel, multiple nominations, both for starring as Celine Dion in Titanic and for writing it. So she's in the Titanic has a shot at winning Best Musical for real. It does. It's up against Schmigadoon, Lost Boys, and Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York. So good luck to everybody. Shut Out, Beaches. Sorry, girls. Sorry. Haven't heard good things about Beaches, the musical.
No.
And of course, the Kristen Chenoweth ruined The Queen of Versailles. Also shut out.
Yeah, that's going to be a no.
Sorry
I won't lie
about
to you. I'm addicted to this one person that was in Titanic at the beginning, like putting all this stuff on the internet about how they like edged her out of the show. And it's like how it's drama and she's getting the union involved and all this stuff. I'm like chomping at the bit to like.
We are actually going to talk about that in the a la carte today.
Okay, great.
So if you are an Apple subscriber or a Patreonette, you will hear more about this woman that Chris referenced, who was the original in the original developing cast. She was the original Unsinkable Molly Brown. And when the show transferred to Broadway, she was the only principal that didn't get to go. She was replaced by Deborah Cox, who did not get nominated today, unfortunately. Yeah, more on that later. But I'm glad you brought her up because those TikToks that woman is posting are very sad and very compelling.
Scathing is what they are.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm there eating it up. Anyway.
Speaking of Broadway, the Eugene O'Neill Theater, which has housed the Book of Mormon for 15 years, caught on fire the other day.
I saw
so
that.
The show is closed indefinitely. Apparently there's significant damage.
That's crazy.
To the theater. First of all, anytime there's a fire in New York, I cringe. Anytime my Citizen app says there's a fire, because all the buildings here are connected, except for those tall ones you see on the postcards. Everything else here is like 6 stories tall and up against each other.
Yeah.
So I think it every day when I'm in the elevator, if I see someone in my building that I think is a little unhinged, I'm like, you fall asleep with a cigarette in bed. I lose all my share memorabilia. That's all I keep thinking about. Yeah. Possibly my life and my roommate as well, but to be important.
Mainly the share memorabilia.
While we're talking about Broadway, it is official that Rachel Zegler starring Evita is coming to New York City. It'll be here, I believe, this fall. Tickets are not on sale yet. Still undecided whether or not she will controversially sing Don't Cry for Me, Argentina on a balcony overlooking the street, not in the theater. Originally, they said that is not going to happen in the New York production, but they've come up with some ingenious way to make it happen. Now, I don't remember what the reasoning was. I think there were safety reasons why they didn't want her
block
singing
the street
on the
off
balcony
for that long or whatever.
But the same director did Pussycat. I actually now think that the name of the show is Pussycat Boulevard. I got to snap out of it. They did that for the Sunset Boulevard revival. Like the beginning of Act 2 in Sunset Boulevard is a 3-minute sequence where Joe, the character, is like walking the streets of New York and they're beaming it back on camera to the audience. But he's out there doing it live every night. So I'm wondering what the difference was between that and the Evita stunt.
Or maybe there were too many problems with that. And then they were like, we can't do this again.
Maybe the air here is so filthy that Rachel Zegler was like,
she's like, my throat. Yeah. She's like,
the trailer for The Golden Life. Where is this airing? On E?
E Entertainment.
Starring many of my former colleagues, some of Christopher's current friends. So Chris, I don't expect you to expand upon this too much. Luann, Sonia, Dorinda, Kelly Ben Simone, and the ever peculiar Ramona Louise Singer in Palm Beach doing what they do. I don't think that we're really in a position to editorialize about it. So I'm going to say go to your internets and watch it. It's probably what you're expecting.
It's them being them. It's exactly what you think it's going to be. And they're being crazy in Palm Beach and
in a less Bravo-y way. Like yes. I'm not, the production values are fine. I am not throwing stones at anyone who produces a television show, but you're seeing them in a more natural light, both literally and figuratively.
And I'm interested to see what it will be like with them all being there in an ensemble thing that doesn't have the Bravo lens on it in a way, which I normally am not like that.
Again, literally and figuratively.
Like I'm usually like, no, this will be bad. But I'm wondering what it's like do we need them to have all these storylines or is it just them romping? You know what I mean? Like, do they have to do all these storylines of like, oh, I'm dating and I'm Ramona and I'm trying to date and like, I'm Luann and I'm doing a cabaret? Or is it just them like going to restaurants and being insane? Because if that's it, either way. But I wonder if they're like trimming some of the fat of like needing them to have these like storylines as if their lives are not, not in the golden age of their life, where they're like, I'm just living until I'm done,
What I know are 3 things. Number 1, Ramona is one minor surgery away from Lauren Sanchezing herself. She's got to be very careful. She looks good right now, but she is on the cusp.
Yeah.
Number 2, when Dorinda got home, she flew to Instagram in 2 seconds and was like,
Thank God I'm
happy to be back in New York. Which is why she is beloved maybe above any other.
Yeah.
And the
she's a
third
city
thing
girl.
is,
She's a city girl. I'm sorry to say. Like, even like when we would go to the Hamptons stuff, she's like, I don't have a home in the Hamptons. Like, I don't know people in the Hamptons. Like, when we would like go for the show, she'd be like, I'm just Ramona's friend. I don't have like, yes, I know people, but I don't come out to the Hamptons. Like, I'm not a New York, that person that like a snowbird. Like, she's not a snowbird.
No.
And so, yeah, anyway.
And the third and final is Luann Louise de Lesseps, Countess or not, always delivers on a level that I'm not expecting. And in one scene, she's wearing the mugshot from her DUI on a t-shirt in the scene. It's her drunk in jail as a t-shirt. Luann, you are simultaneously goals and also the opposite of goals.
Yeah.
And for that, you will always be loved by this podcast and anyone you come into contact with.
Good old Lou.
Still one of the sexiest women alive.
No,
particularly, there's not a camera in the world that has ever done her justice. She is so beautiful.
I have been saying
man.
that since season 7, and I need people to know that she is gorgeous in person.
You draw breath when you see her in person.
Yes.
She is so tall and so beautiful. And I don't know.
They're all way taller. I remember back in the day, like when I first started working the show, I was like, you guys are all so much taller than I thought you were going to be. I said, I thought you were all going to be like 5, like your height, basically. Like I was like, I thought you were all going to be like 5'4", 5'6", and they're all way taller.
They are.
Yeah.
I don't remember how tall Ramona was. I just remember her.
She's on the shorter side, but she's still not 5'4". You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Moving right along, let's get back to Mariska Hargitay. This one gives an interview. Okay. A couple of seasons ago, for you SVU fans, there was like a near kiss between Olivia Benson and Elliot Stabler when he was guest starring on SVU. Mariska now reveals that they shot two versions of that scene. And there's a real kiss that exists on film between Mariska and Chris Maloney.
But they didn't use that version.
Reddit is like, they looked at it. They were like, we're not ready yet. It needs to be the near kiss because we're not going to like, if they kiss, we've got to pursue it. And we don't have time to pursue it. Now you're each running your own shows. I mean, when I tell you that the Reddits are ready to plan like a Watergate hotel infiltration and get this material so they can masturbate to it, it is like and I'm right there with them. I'll man the getaway car if you guys break into Peacock and find this footage. I'd be happy to see it. I'd be happy to see it.
Just put up a special episode of that episode with the kiss version. Know what I mean?
They can't though. That's the thing. It's like you really.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't because then it's at once people see it.
No, then they're really, that's the tip of the iceberg is them trying to hack into the mainframe to get it. Because then really what they want to do is like have that whole be a storyline.
Right. And then start producing AI fan fiction of them fucking. That's what's going to happen.
I literally was going to say 50 Shades of Grey doesn't even know what it hit them whenever like they're the fan fiction of this fucking thing.
No. Have you seen the trailer for the new J-Lo movie on Netflix?
Yeah, this is the one that she was filming in Hoboken. Remember when she was like in my neighborhood again? This was it. I have seen just stills of the trailer.
Office romance.
I think Brett Goldstein is so hot, so I'm ready to see them together. And I'm a viewer.
She looks fantastic.
Of course she does.
It's one of those trailers where they give away pretty much the entire plot. And the entire plot does seem to be, it seems like it was an AI written script. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But I'm still watching, especially since I don't have to leave my house for it. Good luck to you. Could this be the comeback vehicle that does it all? I don't know. I have no idea.
She doesn't need a comeback. Like, I'm so annoyed with her. Someone showed me a video of her like singing like some song that she has no business trying to sing like on one of her shows. And I was like, again, why can't waiting for tonight? Oh, when you will be here in my arms. Like
that's all you want from her.
We're good. Like we're good. Oh, it's time you're gonna get on the floor. Like done. Good. I don't need come on, get happy. Like, no.
She has a sleeper dance hit this summer. I think it's already hit number 1 at some point in the dance charts. This song, it's called Save Me Tonight, which she did with David Guetta.
Sure.
It is a clip popper. It's great. Like great. It's very When Love Takes Over. It's very like every other hit David Guetta has had. It's got like a real fun keyboard moment in there. That's
that's what every millennial wants is like David Guetta dance music. Like play it for stop
it's
singing.
So good. I don't know
Hello
why it's
Dolly
not being
for no reason.
Overplayed everywhere. It needs to be overplayed everywhere. It's that good. I'm sure we'll hear it on dance floors all summer.
I can't. I need her to stop trying to be Nicole Scherzinger and be like, I could be on Broadway. It's like, no, I need to hear that saxophone. And I need her to have that cane, and I need her to sing, "Wanna know we can get right, wanna know we can get right." Like that's what I need her to do. Can I tell you
how she's going to get on Broadway? She's going to do an evening with Jennifer Lopez in a Broadway theater, just like Bruce Springsteen did, because she wants to be on Broadway so badly. No one is going to let her play Fantine in Les Mis.
No.
And she's just going to that's how she's going to do it.
Imagine her.
She's going to Broadway now. She's going to Broadway. Let me see. She's going to Broadway.
I'm dying thinking about her in like a French like beggar woman outfit, like trying to pretend like she's going to be like this like woman that's selling her teeth to like provide for her family.
Dream in time gone by. Yeah, absolutely. She's not Hello Dolly. It's not happening.
No.
Oh, they also released the trailer for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, finally.
Oh, I didn't see it yet.
It looks really good. I guess there's a lot of people in it. A lot of them, everyone it looks like an epic. And I love an epic. I love swords and sandals.
Yeah.
But Matt Damon is the lead. And I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Ever since he was caught, but not caught, ever since he published a video complaining, is like, oh, my kids told me I'm not allowed to say the word faggot anymore. I didn't know that. And this was like 3 years ago. I'm like, I don't look at him as anything other
than a loser.
Than like a dad at his high school seniors football game cheering him on. Like that's what holding the beer. Really 2 beers in one of those hats that holds a beer and you put the straw in your mouth. That's what I see when I look at Matt Damon. I don't see an action hero. I don't. Not anymore.
No.
He's not he has in the world of like acceptability and pop culture, he has aged poorly for me.
I said this earlier, but it was like, why is Brad Pitt still being billed as like Brad Pitt from Fight Club? And it's like, that's what I feel that is also is happening here is like Matt Damon, this like young, like hot shot. And I'm like, he's like 50 something years old. It's like, you could have
he's my age.
A young, hot person where this becomes their big role that like you like birth into becoming a superstar. But instead it's like, here's this person that when they were 30, we all liked them. So let's put them in this role.
Anne Hathaway's in it. She gets to cry a lot, which is her thing. She looks great. Robert Pattinson appears to be the villain in this and looks quite menacing. He was the highlight of the trailer. Tom Holland. I mean, it's so star-studded because everyone in the world wants to work with Christopher Nolan. I'm not pretending to know anything more than Christopher Nolan does when he's making his movies, but the Matt Damon casting, I need to be won over. I need to know Christopher Nolan was right about that. Like I need to see it.
Yeah. Cause it's like, in theory, you're thinking about Brad Pitt and Troy. You know what I mean? That's what you're thinking about. But then you're like, but then it's Matt Damon and he's old and not cute anymore.
And this Troy, could be who was it? Who was in Alexander? What's his name from Banjo? Colin Farrell in Alexander.
Colin Farrell, or like when Eric Bana is in Troy, he's the hottest he's ever been ever. Like that's what you're thinking, not Matt Damon with a gray beard. Sorry.
So I know that the story has to transcend decades. I don't know. It was just a strange choice. I don't know.
And I know I'm being ageist, but like I am.
Like Matt Damon in The Martian, I loved that Matt Damon. Sure. I don't like Matt Damon anymore. So I'm looking, if I felt differently about him personally.
This was such an opportunity for someone to really do something. And instead it's going to be Matt Damon being annoying.
On a lighter note, the UK has announced its cast for Celebrity Traders 2.
And everyone's freaking.
They go hard when they do Celebrity Traders here. These are not reality stars.
The Housewives and the people from Dancing with the Stars.
This is like Oscar nominee Richard E. Grant, actor Michael Sheen, Bella Ramsey from The Last of Us, singer James Blunt, Jerry motherfucking Hall. Who pulled her out of fucking
legend.
Unbelievable. Like they go for it. Like they're pulling actual celebrities here to do this. People who act for a living, who will act like they're not a traitor. That's the way to play the game. Put Matt Damon on Traitors. Take him out of The Odyssey. Good Lord.
I know it's funny because I feel like they're like they see this as fun and not like, oh, you don't have a career, so now you're going on a reality game show with someone
possibly
with someone who like didn't win Survivor 15 years ago.
We've spoken recently about Lori Loughlin and her new look on this podcast. Well, apparently, Kris Jenner and Lori Loughlin are text buddies, and all they talk about is their facelifts. This, according to Kris Jenner from the Bible Us Weekly. So at least now we know that it wasn't just a hairdo that snatched Lori Loughlin. She got whatever Kris Jenner got. And by the way, there have been reports that Kris Jenner is like furious that her facelift is falling after a year.
Yeah,
she says that she's completely happy, name checks the doctor. She's like, I'm not unhappy, because this is the bad thing about being 70. Eventually, you're going to be 71. And that's what's happening to that facelift. It's turning a year old. It's like facelifts are like, they're like tattoos or injections or anything. It's like everything goes away after a while. Everything looks its age. But goddamn, if Lori Loughlin doesn't enjoy this year that face is snatched like it is, go for it. That's who, you know what? If she was married to Jeff Bezos, I'd be all right with it. I'd let her co-host the Met Gala. I don't care. Her daughter's a dummy. Of course she paid for her to go to college. I don't care. I don't care about her crimes.
I know. You love her again. I don't know why.
I really do.
She's not getting a role, by the way. Like, she's just not.
She's going to be in a TV movie. Lifetime's going to snatch her back.
No, she does that, but no.
Is that not a role?
No, but I'm saying I feel that you feel that she's almost going to like come back into some like big, huge thing. And I don't see that happening for her.
I want an evening with Lori.
Goodbye. Okay, we have to go. I can't do this anymore.
No, wait. Before we go, as if we weren't dreading the release of Drake's The Iceman Dummeth enough, now comes word that Morgan Wallen might be featured on this album.
I don't have words. God, he's such
I think
a
it's
loser.
totally normal for a Black artist to have someone who was caught on video saying the N-word guest on their album.
God,
I think that's totally where we are. I think it's very progressive and really awesome. I hope everyone involved. I want it to go away so bad, and it won't.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Can we end on a good? Let's end on a good note.
Yes, please, for the love of God.
Ms. Juicy from the Little Women franchise.
Free Juicy
was arrested for either driving with a suspended license or some other nonsense.
Literally like for like having her license taken away and still driving. Horrible. Free Juicy.
When I sent this to the group chat, I was surprised at how passionate you were about it. I still am, actually.
I loved Miss Juicy on that show so much.
We'll end on a good note. A good note, which is also a tearful note. Netflix has released the trailer for its Martin Short documentary, which is tearful enough because, his daughter passed away recently and we haven't seen him. And you all know how much I personally love Martin Short and think he's like the funniest thing that's ever existed. I can't even say this without getting choked up. In the Catherine O'Hara is in the trailer for the Martin Short documentary.
Oh no.
It's almost difficult to watch. Like, I'm laughing and crying and watching it, and I can't. I just can't wait. I can't wait. I'm going to have to take, I don't have a day job, but I'm going to have to take off from whatever it is I do during the day to just have 11 solid hours to just keep rewatching it. It comes out in a couple of weeks, but God damn it, Catherine O'Hara. God damn it, Martin Short.
Yeah, really. Oof.
Fuck you, Lauren Sanchez. She has something to do with this. Coming up on the a la carte, there's a Summer House spinoff, which will be covering the current scandals. We'll tell you all about that. We'll also tell you about West Wilson of Summer House trying to survive this scandal where he starts dating his ex-girlfriend's best friend. And in the middle of it all, West Wilson's cousin decides that this is a good time to murder their grandmother.
I know, terrible.
You can't even write this.
Terrible.
What on the absolute earth? Leanne Rimes cancels a bunch of concerts because she's going through something, but also, I can't believe I'm saying this, may end up as a cast member on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's the best news of the week.
We have to save it. Save it. I can't launch into it. We'll have to save it.
Demi Moore and Chloe Zhao join the Cannes Film Festival jury. And Cameron Diaz and Benji Madden, both who are full-grown, upper middle-age adults, have a third child and name it something ridiculous. Now, I love Cameron Diaz, but why do people have kids when they're in their 50s? Come on. Your body, your choice. I don't know what to say.
And speaking of bodies, we will be talking about a lot of them with Charlotte Rose Coleman, Stylist to the Stars. After these, what, Dominick?
After these vital messages. Get out of here, Lauren Sanchez.
Dominick.
This is going to be dark, isn't it?
It's going to be really
dark 40 minutes, is it not?
It sure is. And we're going to love every single freaking second of it. Back with us again, our official Met Gala correspondent. It's Charlotte Rose Coleman, Stylist to the Stars.
Hello, divas. Thank you. Thank you for this warm welcome. I appreciate it.
We love that you're back. We might have to figure out a new way for you to come back every year because I don't know if I can put myself through a Met Gala again. How this was so terrible, but we'll get there.
That's so sad. Here's the thing. Every time I come on here, I feel like I'm the host of E! News, but like I'm not fearing for my job because I can read people to fill and tell the truth.
I will get to the E! Coverage. Don't you worry about that. I have notes. I have so many notes. Where do we begin?
I think we need to talk about what the theme actually was.
Yes.
I think people were confused. I think we need to read the notes. Yeah, I think I took notes on what it was.
What I love is that 2 years ago when we found out that the theme of last year's Met Gala was going to be Black artists, Black dandyism, all this stuff. We were brothering till the cows come home. We're like, this is going to be fucked up. And it ended up being lovely. Everyone got it. Everyone knew what the theme was. And it's the first time in a long time that happened. But this reminded me of when the theme was camp. It's like, I don't think anyone knows what this means. And so they're just going to wear, it's just crazy hat day at camp for them. That's what it was for most of these
Inside
people.
out day, when you wear your clothes inside out. Yeah.
What someone said to me, which is so interesting, is one of my friends was like, ever since they did Heavenly Bodies as a theme, everyone's just been trying to do that since then.
Oh, interesting.
And like the naked dresses, the sculpted whatever that's going on. It's just like ever since that happened, everyone was like, okay, I feel hot. I can be half naked. And now I'm just going to keep trying to do that over and over again.
I feel that Heavenly Bodies was the last good theme that they had.
Oh, well, last year was good. I don't want to knock it.
It was.
Felt like incredible.
Yes. My note is the theme is way too broad. It needs to be very specific and niche. Is what I said. It needs to be very specific. Like Heavenly Bodies was like Catholic art. Go. Yeah. And that is like of the whole world is such a specific thing. And it was so easy to like be on theme, but yet they did so much with that theme.
You're right.
Like Rihanna was a slutty pope. Hilarious. Like there was so much comedy to be had. There was so much there were so many different references to be had. There was so much to do. And this one was just like, well, because it was fashion is art, right? So it was supposed to be like nods to art pieces that were in the Met. And that's like what a lot of people did. But then it was also costume art, right? Correct. So like as a stylist, tell me what that means to you, Charlotte Rose Coleman.
So I actually had to write this down because I just want us to be clear when we're talking. It's important. So it said the theme of the 2026 exhibition is costume art, which the Metropolitan Museum of Art shared examines the centrality of the dressed body. Fashion is art, open-ended as that was. The exhibition was split into 3 different themes: the aged body, the naked body, the anatomical body, and they invited attendees to think outside the box. And I think this
I'm all of those things. I should have walked the carpet last night. I am both aged and anatomical. And what was the third one?
Naked.
I'll take it. Yes, mostly.
I didn't know that until you just read this to me right now.
I didn't either. And that's perhaps how I got tripped up, because when they walked the steps, you saw fashion is art. And I was like, great. To me, fashion is art. And in my mind, I was expecting to see the Versace collection with Andy Warhol over it, pop art looking stuff.
Yes.
I was expecting to see a bunch of Alexander McQueen. I was expecting to see people painting their actual bodies like pointillism, cubism. Like I was
like the blue art. Period. Like like someone dressed as like Hilma af Klint, like literally someone dressed as this painting that's behind me, this Hilma af Klint, like one of the 10 largest, like someone wearing this little like xylophone thing that's in here. Yeah.
I was thinking someone was going to get Jackson Pollocked on the carpet. Like I thought we were going to see performance.
Me too.
I thought we were going to see stunts.
There was none to be seen.
The people that I thought nailed it the best, because really we don't know, there's still no clear picture on what the actual theme was, because costume art and fashion is art. They're not two totally different things. Like they live in the same house, but on different floors. Like it's not the same. But people who came dressed as inspired by actual works of art, those tended to be the ones that I enjoyed the most.
Correct.
Based on the theme only. You know what I mean? So like, let's use Madonna as an example. She came as a very specific, like if you'd seen her anywhere other than the Met Gala, if she showed up at the Oscars like that, we would have thought, what's wrong with her? But it was very specific. She was a specific work of art or a specific artist. She came with 6 handmaidens. Is it the best she's ever looked? No, not necessarily. No. But I thought that she did the theme. She's also been to the Met Gala so many times that she doesn't need to overperform. And I think instead she went in the other direction and was like, I don't want to say intellectual, but she tried to do the theme as much as she could. And she's still Madonna, so she doesn't have to do as much. I thought she did good. And just she also
did the most of anyone there. She had 6 people be a part of her thing. And she was thinking that was going to be like, oh, I'm like not even really trying that much. You know what I mean? And
Isn't that funny?
Isn't
that funny?
That's the problem with all of this. Yeah.
This was her. She was Rihanna with that giant pizza dress. This was her moment, from that year.
And if I'm honest, like when I saw her and I understood the reference of just like pulling an actual piece of art, I kind of was like, as a stylist, I wouldn't have gone that direction. I actually thought that was like too literal. For me, that was too cool.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, we're just exactly recreating this. Like that doesn't excite me as much as like the idea of actually
I hear you. Yeah.
creating some type of art or using.
I think seeing someone close to the theme was what excited me, but I hear exactly what you're saying. Like if everyone was on theme, it probably would have seemed safe.
Yeah, there was a fair amount of celebs that were like, here's a picture, a piece of art, and I'm literally wearing the dress that someone was wearing in it. Angela Bassett was one of them.
Lauren Sanchez.
Yes, Lauren Sanchez. I was just going to avoid her because, we don't want to give her too much PR. She's waiting for our PR.
No, but she was inspired by Madam X, which was like literally, it was literally her walking the red carpet saying, I know the world thinks I'm a villain and fuck you anyway. And I'm like, you can actually go the fuck away now if that was the inspiration that you, the world's richest woman, brought to this. Get out. I'm done with her for real, like for good. I don't want to even talk about her anymore. I mean, other than today, of course.
Yeah.
And when he divorces her.
Yeah.
Go on.
I feel that the tide has now really turned on the whole Met Gala in general. And we can talk about this for 2 minutes and then move away. But like the fact that Lisa Ann Walter like co-chaired this like regular person Met Gala, like down in the there was one that was I think at the Brooklyn Public Library, and then there was one that was in like meatpacking, like by the Gansevoort and like by Pastis and like down there, and like it was like regular people dressed really cool walking this like little red carpet thing that they had, and I was like, that looks fun. And this is like funny. And the fact that these people went into the Met and put little bottles of not real piss, but like these little fake piss bottles everywhere with Jeff Bezos' face all over them because Amazon workers like don't have bathroom breaks and have to pee in bottles and throw them away because they're treated so terribly is like, I feel that it's like really, really, really turned the corner. And did you see that they've been all over the city? They were projecting on the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, and on his penthouse in New York near Madison Square Park. They're projecting huge things that say boycott the Bezos Met Gala, and then had these like Amazon workers giving speeches that are being like, you can't pay for my health insurance, but you can give $100 million to the Met. Like, you fucking piece of shit. Like, and it's everywhere all over the internet. Like, it's not just like, yes, everyone always has their thing of like, this is frivolous and ridiculous and like people are dying and this is what's happening. This is every major news publication is reporting on the counter protesting.
Well, especially now we're in the midst of inflation and gas is $6 a gallon. And so when celebrities, God forgive me, Sarah Paulson is just a douchebag now.
My brain was going exactly where you're going. Yes.
I told Chris I was going to look at the dress again because Chris told me that the dress was good. And it probably is. I'll look at it now.
But anyway.
I'm sure it's lovely. But her protesting by wearing the dot, like You don't do that inside the actual thing that someone paid $100,000 for you to attend. You do what Lisa M. Walter did. You do what Zendaya did, and you just don't fucking go if you object to it. And that's it. You don't walk in there like AOC, who I love, dumbest thing ever when she went and wrote like "Eat the Rich" on her dress. It's like, but someone paid for the seat. They're eating you.
Yeah.
Yes. It was just so ridiculous.
You want to be there so bad, Diva. You want to be there. So
it's I'm so done with Sarah. I can't believe that she like a protest. People on all sides of the aisle are laughing at her today. It was a huge miscalculation on her part. If she'd worn that at Lisa Ann Walters thing, I'd say give her the Emmy right now for the next American Horror Story. It's not even done shooting.
And if she would have shown up, her star power would have like really bolstered it. You know what I mean? Like, cause she's such a big star. Yeah. Anyway, but all this to say, like, I do feel that the tide is turning. We'll probably talk about this at the end, but I'm like, oh no, people are done with this. Like, people don't care anymore about what this used to be such a pivotal moment for fashion and for pop culture. And now I feel that wave is.
Well, because the Bezos involvement has it's homogenized its position in society so much now that it's just like, of course the Bezoses are involved, and all my favorite shows air on Amazon, and there's at the Vanity Fair Oscar after party. Like, I'm not joking about her being a villain. I think people are sick of this family. I do. Go into space and don't fucking come back. No one wants you here.
Okay. Should we talk about people we liked?
Yeah, because there's not that many.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, Charlotte, any that you like right off the top?
Off the top, Chase Infinity and Tom Brown. You're going to see a theme
loved her.
Me. Loved her. And I loved Emma Chamberlain in movies.
Yes.
And they both yes. Which was art.
Yes. I think that Emma Chamberlain, Chase Infinity, and Janelle Monáe are the three like winners.
Because they got it.
What did you love about Janelle Monáe?
I like that it was interesting. It made me think. I don't think it really goes with the theme at all, but it's just like, it's interesting. It was something that you couldn't wear anywhere else, which I think should be the minimum bar for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Is like, you could never wear this on a regular red carpet.
Because these dresses will air will be shown in the Costume Institute. Is that part of it? Like, when the gala's over,
no.
Are they positioned in the actual museum to be seen or no?
No.
So less interesting outfits are in the Costume Institute than the ones that are worn
sometimes
at the Met Gala.
It depends.
Yeah, sometimes. It just depends on like the exhibit and the way that they have it structured. I mean, they're always telling a story in there. So for me, some of the pieces in my mind, and obviously I haven't seen the exhibit. I look forward to going to see it. There were things that I was completely expecting to see on this carpet. There was a whole Victor and Rolf collection that was like, they basically were like paintings, broken paintings as dresses. I was like, where is that? Maybe that is in the Costume Institute right now.
Maybe.
There's a ton of old Schiaparelli I thought that I was going to see. I thought I was going to see all this vintage McQueen. I didn't see it. And so I was like, maybe these are in the exhibit because how is nobody wearing these?
Yeah. Like I said, the three of them, I feel like we're like, this is it. I love Janelle Monáe's because it moved. I thought it was interesting. It made you think it's like, and it also is very timely of like the like Ethernet cords with then like greenery. Like, I feel like it's a comment on like AI and like how we're trying to like.
That's why it fit the theme, because it was like fashion is art and art is supposed to have a message. So it was sort of like a workaround, but she was with her dress making a comment about stuff. It wasn't like exactly the theme, but I love her. She always turns it out there though, pretty consistently.
She turns it out. She was one of the first people I will say that like came out that I was like, finally something interesting to look at. And I had to look up.
Right.
You know, you had to spend a little time on it, which is something I appreciate versus like, oh, Margot Robbie in a gold dress. How original.
I put her on worst. She's on my worst list.
I'm
like,
sure.
What are you doing? Why even go? Why even go?
She was confused. I thought she probably thought she was showing up for the Oscars.
Yeah, that's what it looked like, an Oscar dress. She was dressed like the Oscar.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, Cher was there, not dressed to the theme. She transcends it.
It doesn't
Stevie
matter.
Nicks wore something from her closet. And when I say something from her closet, I mean, she has 11 of that same outfit in the closet.
Yes,
and she just
100%.
picked Mondays.
Yes.
Thrilling to see her there.
Didn't care.
Thrilling to see Cher, Madonna, and Stevie Nicks in the same. I have goosebumps. And I did this morning when I saw the photos, like to see those three there and Beyonce and people like the people you like, people who are you feel like are doing well and doing good with their power. I love seeing all that. I didn't know Cher was going to go. My phone exploded. I'm not always a fan of Cher's blonde hair. She's about to be 80 years old and she was wearing the highest heels of the night. Everything was great. But I have to say, someone who I generally am not a fan of and keep it to myself because of Christopher's association with this person, Heidi Klum won the night for me because Heidi Klumed it. She did what she normally does, based it on an actual, she hit the theme in so many boxes, showing up as the veiled statue that I was angry at how much I liked what she did, because when she comes out on Halloween dressed as a caterpillar, I'm like, please stop bothering me with this nonsense. Don't go to Party City like the rest of us and dress as Wonder Woman. I can't see this anymore. But she and her team, it was a peak for her.
It was
for
great.
Me, that was the greatest thing maybe she's ever
And she's had some very big misses recently, fashion wise.
I
And so
will say this.
she needed to win. She needed a win and she got it.
I thought you were about to say she had some work done and she did this to cover her entire
Can you imagine?
No.
Her red carpet game in the last month has been flop after flop, and she's been
really? I didn't know
that. Yeah.
No, it's been bad.
Running up to promote the launch of Runway? Is that why she's been
just
on
just her being at red carpets for stuff?
She's been showing up at every carpet, whether she should be or not.
Remember that like weird like dress that was it was basically like a violin case that she was wearing that was like latched on the side, and it was like do you know what I mean? Like, and it just wasn't good. It was just she's had some flops, and so this was great, and it was like funny. She's not taking herself too seriously. She looks insane in it with her eyes being like you know what I mean? Like she looked crazy and is dressed like a statue. And and it's like one of the most famous like marble statues ever. That one with the veil.
She did a great job.
That's in the Met. And it's like perfect theme. She looks crazy. She could never wear this on another red carpet. If the only other red carpet she could wear it on is her own Halloween party. And then that's it.
That's honestly, that's what, when I saw her, I was like, thank God someone did something. But then I was also chuckling where I was like, oh my God, you know that she like hit up her Halloween team right away, being
100%.
Unpack all of your kids. We have work to do.
Yeah, yes, 100%. And I loved it. Loved it.
The person on my worst list was so bad that I have no one else on my worst list because I didn't want to insult them. But Lena Dunham dressed as Gossamer, the red hairy monster from Looney Tunes, was the absolute worst thing I've ever seen at the Met Gala. I truly could not. You want to make a statement? You want to be... I just... No, man. No.
The dress was hideous. If she was a size -2 and like was cinched to the gods, it would still be a hideous dress, is what I'm going to say.
When I saw it, were you guys like, Nicole Kidman is screaming right now? Because Nicole Kidman also was wearing like the red and with the feathers. And I was like, oh no, girl. And I can't think of two people who are nothing alike.
Yeah. And again, it's like literally not because of her size. Like it's not, the dress itself was just so hideously ugly.
People her size were there.
And like looked incredible. There were so many people that looked great. It was so bad. It was so bad. I will, Dominic, I'm sorry to do this, but Angela Bassett should be imprisoned for the dress that she wore.
I gotta say, I didn't like it. No apologies necessary.
The titties smashed. Could not fit into that thing. Rude.
The makeup was wrong too. The
everything
pink
about
makeup,
it.
the
Everything
futuristic
about it.
makeup on whatever. Her team let her down. She's still Angela Bassett. She's still a queen of the world, but this was not her night. I'm not angry at her the way that I'm angry at Katy Perry for even leaving the house on Monday. This is someone who, Katy Perry is very lucky that her fellow astronaut Lauren Sanchez was there, because were I not so angry about Lauren Sanchez even being here, we would be screaming about Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Her girl Gayle King was also there. The whole Monty crew was there.
The whole crew. Only the famous ones. But yes, the actual real astronauts that were with them, nowhere to be found. But the famous people that were on the thing. Gayle was just wearing like a shimmery, like it was just, I could go buy that at Macy's on 34th right now. It was
from her closet.
And it wasn't even cute. It wasn't even a pretty dress that was ugly. You know what I mean? It was like, it wasn't
just
even
some
like
green shit.
Yeah. It was just a shimmery dress that she already had.
She looked pretty. I mean, she looked pretty, but
yes.
she just, like, if she had worn that to work, no one would have said anything.
Again, it was INC from Macy's. Like you could have told me. From the Mother of the Bride collection.
Wait, that's not true.
No, but I'm saying
Oh
like,
my God.
that's what it looked like.
It did.
Who else did you like on Best? Who else did you really like?
Okay, I didn't love this. I needed it to be finessed more, to be done right. But I actually thought Ben Platt had an idea there. His suit had an idea. It was drab. It needed more, but there was at least like, I understood what painting it was.
Yes.
I needed it to continue down the leg. I needed more drama. I can't say he's on my best dress, but I appreciated that he tried.
He did try. He tries my nerves. Also, he annoys me so much that I just default to don't like him. But you are right.
It should have been better. The designer, I think, takes the blame here, because if that's supposed to be the Seurat painting, they didn't do a good enough. If you know the painting, you know.
Oh, yeah, Dominic, it's your favorite painting of all time.
Oh yeah,
yes.
And I had to zoom into it, because I was like, I saw the woman with the umbrella, and I truly was, and I had my glasses on. I'm like, at first I was like, is this some sort of Mary Poppins thing? And I zoomed in. I'm like, he picked one person from this 20-person populated painting. He just didn't do a good enough job. And if you want to be a real faggot about it, the rooms that I travel in on the internet, we think that was Ben's way of saying that he's angry that he won't be appearing opposite Ariana Grande in the upcoming West End Sunday in the Park with George. And he's mad that Jonathan Bailey was chosen instead of him for it. This could be, and probably is, conjecture of the highest order, but I'm going to accept it as truth.
Well, the reason I'm going to give him a remote flower is because the men that showed up on this carpet, and there was tons of men that looked stunning, handsome, would have loved to see them on a
Sure.
Nobody tried to do this theme of the man.
No.
No.
They either didn't try at all, or they tried too much and it was annoying and I hated it. One of them being Luke Evans.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't really want to say what he looked like to me when he popped up as a Jewish person.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
That's the first thing that I came up. I'm like,
oh,
and then
wow. I only saw like Freddie Mercury or Tom of Finland when he came down the runway.
I think it's supposed to be a Tom of Finland reference, but it was just
too, but I'm just saying what I clocked.
That's really interesting.
You were seeing Schindler's List is what you were seeing. Yes.
Exactly, Diva. Exactly.
Wow.
He annoys me so much. Dominic, I think we said this off pod, but like, he's so annoying to me, and I find him not a good actor, and like just someone that I feel that would be mean to me in real life. And so
I agree with the mean part. He was nominated for a Tony this week. He got nominated for lead actor in a musical for Rocky Horror. I will say he's quite good in it. I don't think he should win the award, but I do think he'd be mean to us in person. I think he's that kind of gay.
He's that guy. That body and that sun damage, he doesn't want anything to do with us.
Can you imagine the two of us pretending we're not mean gays, given the shit we say on this podcast? And folks who don't know the difference, we're not mean gays. We might say mean things. We're not mean gays. Now.
We're doing this to be funny, but like in real life, when I'm at a bar and someone says, "Oh, excuse me," I say, "Oh, go right ahead." I'm not like, you're not into me and like throw my drink in their face. Yeah. Anyway.
You know, I'm going to do that to you next time.
100%. We're going to do it to each other. We're going to do like two.
My question to you guys, speaking of the gays, and a non-gay and a gay.
I know. Here we go.
The rivalry of it all.
Here we go.
We have to go there.
Okay, Dominic's ready. Dominic's cracking his knuckles. Dominic, you start.
As I already said in the Pre-Fixe, we talked about this in the Pre-Fixe as well. Connor's story was a miss for me. And I think if you're going to break gender norms, please make sure you're doing it not performatively, if that makes any sense, because Connor's story, what did I say, Chris? He looked like Jane Lynch confused about what to wear to a sex party. He did not. It was the blouse was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. He looked ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Was just too achievable. Like I could go buy that blouse right now and just wear this thing. I have those pants in my closet and I could just go buy that little blouse and like wear it. He was dressed for an office Christmas party. He really was. Where he was going to mix it up with his coworkers. If you disagree, please don't hold back.
I don't know. When I first saw him, I was like, okay, a gorgeous man yet again. Like He's looked great on almost every single carpet he's been on, if not blazing. When I say blazing the way in menswear right now, like if I could tell you how many men's clients are reaching out, pulling a reference of him in the diamond choker necklace, being like, please, I need a choker too. Like
that was my email. Why didn't you get back to me? Yeah, but yes, like of course.
For the pod. You needed it for the pod. No, like people are referencing him left and right. And so this look would have been stunning somewhere else. Like I actually didn't have beef with it at all. I just don't
understand. Meg Ryan, sure, it would have been gorgeous. Yeah.
I just didn't understand why we needed it for this carpet and how it had to do with absolutely anything other than for him to yet again be like, Saint Laurent dresses me.
I know, but him giving blue steel while wearing this outfit, I was like, this is the SNL spoofing the Met Gala was what I thought when I looked at his outfit.
I preferred his outfit to Hudson.
Okay.
Interesting. I thought Hudson's was a little more, I only liked Hudson's more because it was a little more adventurous than Connor's stories.
It missed here's the thing with Hudson's. Okay, first and foremost, this is now like leveled 7 of him being like, guys, like the gays love me.
Correct.
And I want to take a bomb and mail it to him because I literally can't stand it. Like it's so annoying. And eye makeup alone was like, I wrote, my note is Hudson Williams is in the running for the Enough Award at the Fixies this year. He is J-Lo level, like I can't stand you anymore. You know what I mean? Like when J-Lo was really giving it to us left, right, and center, and we were like, what? Please, like for the love of God, make it stop.
Take a break.
That's him. Yeah. That's him now.
Go shoot season 2. Take a break.
He needs to go under the steak lamp, Dominic. Like he needs a hole in his head. Like it is. And I liked the outfit, but then he had that train and it was weird and it kind of didn't fit him. And it either needed to be like more cropped and he needed to be showing so much more of his body or like not really cropped. And it was just like the clothes were wearing him. He was not wearing the clothes.
Exactly.
Definition.
It didn't fit him. It didn't fit. The fit was off.
Hassan was like, the pants do not fit him. Like, why can't they hem these pants? Like
I was going to say the pants were the most jarring for me too, because they had that like fold over waistband, but
which could be cool.
So cool. I love that style on most people. It was sitting so low on his waist that where it pointed down in a V kind of made him look like he had a belly.
Yes, it made him look not good.
Oh, interesting.
And again, if he really wanted to do this, if he would have shown a little bit of his pubic hair, that would have been like scandalous.
The only thing that we were talking about.
Actually really sexy and like weird and like it would make me roll my eyes, but then I would be like, but he looks really good in it. And it would be like
anatomical body.
The anatomical body.
He's so hairless.
Charlotte.
I bet he doesn't have have pubic hair.
Honestly. And again, it's like what I want to actually be seeing, but like times a million on the red carpet. And like that should have been like a boring male outfit that I saw on the red carpet. And instead he was like the most out of the box male.
Speaking of those boys, when Connor's story was stopped at the booth, who was it? With Ashley Graham and Cara Delevingne were the Vogue.com correspondents last night interview, and Lala Anthony, insufferably. But at a separate station, it was Ashley and Cara. Ashley says to Connor's story, "Is this your first time at the Met Gala?" He's like, "It is." She's like, "Oh my God, isn't it exciting?" Like she couldn't believe it. And I'm like, "Baby, they've been celebrities for less than 6 months. And I feel like these two queens have been in our lives for years." I looked it up. Heated Rivalry premiered on HBO
in November.
On November 28th of 2025. They have not been celebrities for even 6 months. And they're sitting there like, how have you been invited to the Met Gala? You shouldn't have been invited, actually. You haven't been a celebrity.
You were a waiter. You were a waiter last May.
Why are you there and Billy Porter is still not getting invited? It's unfucking believable. Like unbelievable. I'm not saying that. And look, I'm glad they were there and all that shit.
No, of course they were going to be there.
But of all the other people that didn't get invited and they were there because they're of the moment, it's sort of like, and speaking of the moment, there were 2 children there last night, which is supposed to be a big no. Miss Sunday Rose Urban Kidman and Miss Blue Ivy Louise Carter Knowles were both there, violating a decades-long rule that no one under 18 is allowed at the mess.
I was surprised to see them there. And how did that exception come to play? Because they're both co-chairs and they can just, the rules don't exist.
Well, what are they going to say? They're going to say no to Blue Ivy? Beyonce's manager, Blue Ivy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not going to say no. Wait, did you see the video of like 7 million people being like, take your sunglasses off, and Blue Ivy being like, no? They were like, when they were posing and it was like her and Blue Ivy with the like, when like the picture that we've all seen now 9 million times. The reverse shot of it is like, you see it from like another, like it's in the corner of like someone else doing like correspondence. It's like all these people come up and being like, your sunglasses, take them off, like miming, take off the sunglasses. And even Beyonce turning to her and be like, they want you to take your sunglasses off. And Blue Ivy is like, no, I'm going to take my sunglasses off up there. And she's just like,
okay,
no.
good for you.
It's like,
Kris Jenner was like crying in the bathroom because Northwest isn't on the carpet. What do you think?
100%. She probably had a gun and she was like holding it to Anna Wintour's throat. And she was like, listen, you little fuck. Like,
do you think Kris Jenner calls Northwest? She's like, Beyonce's children take after their mother. Can you try doing that instead of taking after your dad with your endeavors, please?
Yeah, literally.
Oh, P.S. Before we get off Hudson Williams, right before we started recording, when you're done here, for you guys and the listeners as well, please go online and see Hudson Williams just in silk boxers and like a button-down shirt, wasted as fuck, leaving at 6:30 this morning. Walking home with friends from the Met Gala after parties, and that's
pre-produced.
It was hilarious to me. He was mute. He didn't even say anything.
His driver dropped him, his friends at the wrong hotel, and they realize when they walk in that they're at the wrong spot, and they're hammered and they're holding on to each other.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
It was
along
crazy.
At 6 a.m. in Manhattan, and some woman, you hear her in the background being like, "Hudson, I woke up early just to meet you," and he's like.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, but no, the eye makeup that didn't need to exist, and like he just threw everything but the kitchen sink at it, and it was just like, no, it was just.
So bad. You're saying time's up on him? We need
we
need another.
Great. Put him under the lamp.
He needs to go away.
We knew both of them were going to have to go under the lamp eventually because they're too everywhere, and they deserve to be. It's a groundbreaking show. Just go shoot the second season and give us a break. P.S. We're going to see the off-Broadway spoof of Heated Rivalry in like 2 weeks.
100%. That my friend wrote. You know what I mean? And so like, I almost, when I saw Connor's story, I was like, oh, he's going understated because he thinks everyone is going to go completely over the top and he's going to be like, look at me being a model. But then that didn't happen. Like he gambled and the gamble didn't go good for him.
Can I bring up one more person who has fallen into many of the categories we've spoken about so far? I feel like you guys are going to not have liked him. I'm hit or miss with him. I love him, and I love what he wore last night. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I have a feeling I know who it is.
I don't know.
It was Sam Smith. I just loved. When he left, I believe it was the Mark Hotel, and he walked out, and he was in his fucking Mae West outfit. I was like, bitch. You're in the Billy Porter spot. Like that's how you turn a party. I mean, it was certainly costume art. I don't know about fashion as art or any of the other. Like, I don't know how he and Janelle Monáe ended up at the same ball with the same theme, but he sometimes annoys me because it's sometimes when he's being bold, it gets overprocessed. I thought he just looked so fierce. Like I don't know. I just love him. Charlotte is biting her tongue. You're about to say it was on my worst.
If you're saying he got Billy Porter's spot for like the camp of it all and the performance factor, it annoys me because his partner's a designer, and I feel like he gets invited just because his partner is a designer.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Who P.S. is really hot, and I think a good designer. I enjoy.
Yes, he is. Right? He had some really beautiful stuff.
Did he design Sam's outfit last night?
He did. He always does. But kind of a shame that I'm like, oh, we only get one person that can do those type of stunts. We only get one gay guy that can show up and give that kind of look.
There can only be one Supreme, Charlotte. There can only
well, you
be
know
one
what?
Supreme.
I think I preferred Billy when he would wear the bigger.
Oh, sure. Billy's tuxedo dress at the Academy Awards set the stage for all of this shit. And when I saw him being interviewed recently saying, I have not been invited since the first year I went, I was stunned that he started all of this shit and then didn't get invited back. I'm stunned. Still stunned.
Can
I'd wear that tuxedo dress anywhere. I'd wear it to the fucking beach. I'm not even joking. Like I loved it. Loved it.
Okay, I will say Lisa from Blackpink loved her use of mannequin
she
arms.
was cute. She was cute.
That's what I'm like. That's the baseline of what I want. Like when she was wearing this white dress with these mannequin arms that then were holding up a veil. That's the Met Gala. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say like in general, the K-pop stars, so to speak, they all looked really great.
Yes.
Like, even if they were kind of off theme, at least they were like pushing, the designs looked interesting. I just, in general, not to like blanket statement all, but many of them looked good.
Audrey Nuna, who is like not the main one from K-pop Demon Hunters, but one of the backup singers, had this like white suit that had like these black, like almost looking as if it was like bugs on it that were these like beaded little things, almost like a cow print of bugs. And that was really good. And again, did it really fit the theme? No, but she at least looked really good. I mean, Rihanna, I felt like Rihanna was wearing a Met Gala look.
It definitely felt that way. Even if I didn't fully get it, other than obviously the timing that was spent into making it clearly is the art of it all. Like, I understood that so many people were like, my dress took 10,000 hours to sew. And we're like, yeah, and you say the same thing when I'm watching the Oscars carpet. Like, I understand that there's a lot of art and craftsmanship and time and thought that goes into the clothes. But I was just like, I don't know. I was looking for more real art.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my only rant about Rihanna's, other than it looked architectural and I appreciated that.
It looked like the thing that you put a sculpture on top of.
Yeah.
The pillar thing that you put a...
You know what was very popular this year, and none of us have really touched on it? Nipples.
Oh, don't get me started. All the Kardashians kill me.
Every Kardashian had a bodice with a nipple. And they were really
wearing
small
Skims?
nipples too.
I assumed it was all Skims.
No. None of them were wearing Skims, but I will say that I was just really intrigued that everyone had these corsets with nipples. And I kind of was just like, what's the story here? Other than the nipples being small and there was no diversity in the nipple.
Well, Kim was like, they all think like Kim's like fucking flicking her bean today, being like, everyone was like trying to channel Skims on the Met Gala red carpet, like 1,000,000,000%. I'm like, you're a fucking loser.
I also am just like, Kim, if you hadn't done this look 1,000 times, maybe we'd be talking about it.
No.
I've seen you do this for 1,000 times.
A billion times. 1,000,000,000 times. I said for my misses, the first, I've best that I've worse than that I've misses. My misses are, I wrote all Kardashians. I thought they all looked stupid. And to bring us into the E-coverage, there's that Justin Sylvester who grinds my gears like none other. And then who's now like the leader of all of them on this red carpet
because
situation.
he's so polarizing and they won't get rid of him because of it. Like that's
and then they have that
we're the reason that he's there.
Xana, what's her name? Xana Roberts or whatever the fuck her name is. Who be PS like I'm like, do you even do anything else other than do E-News? Because I never see her styling anyone.
So a little background for you divas is that Xana Roberts Rossi was at Marie Claire when I was at Marie Claire as an intern. And it was also Miss Nina Garcia's first year as the creative director at the time of Marie Claire. So she was there as an editor for a long time. She is married to the guy who owns Milk Studios, who went on to create Milk Makeup. And that's her.
So she's a bajillionaire. Wow. Okay, copy that. She's whatever. And then they had Sierra from Summer House on there for absolutely no reason at all. Love her to death, but like has no reason to be there.
And struggled her way through that covering.
Really struggled her way through it because she's out of her depth. I'm sorry. Yeah. And then they have Christian Siriano, who is an actual designer who created looks for the Met Gala with these fucking ragtag group of people. The number of times that Justin Sylvester, like Kendall Jenner comes out on the thing and they're like, all the rest of them are like, oh my God, she looks incredible. Like she looks so good. Like this is great. And here's the reference and blah, blah. And they're all falling over themselves to like give her every compliment in the world. And Christian is like, yeah, but like she wears this normally on other red carpets. Like this doesn't really give Met Gala at all. And like was being nice about it, actually.
Right.
Justin Sylvester's like, you can't say anything bad about her. Like, don't say anything bad about this. Like, just let me. I wrote, Justin Sylvester on E truly makes me want to drive off of a bridge. And then I said, I miss Fashion Police. They were being so nice about everyone. Even when they were like terrible. They were like, oh my God, like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. Like, blah, blah,
because Justin Sylvester's probably told to suck dicks or Vogue won't let them cover it. Christian could give a fuck. And Christian designed a third of the dresses.
100%.
What grinds my gear when I'm watching E2 is, speaking of Xana Roberts Rossi, is that she's friends with every stylist. And it's so apparent that her bias shows where she's like, I was just talking to the stylist and they said it was made this way and it's fabulous and work. And I don't care.
No.
feel like she's too close to the topic and what she's talking about that she is so fearful to actually make an opinion.
She's getting Juliana Rancic disease is what she's getting.
Correct.
Which is, thank God she wasn't fucking there. You know what I mean? Like, where is she, by the way?
She was.
She retired to Chicago to live a simple life.
Oh, really?
She has like a bunch of restaurant chains. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, good for her. Good for her.
I was going to say she's so thin. She was there. You didn't see her. She was in.
That's horrible.
Ozempic taker.
She was at the Ozempic table.
You know what I want to talk about is someone who I like very much and I'm not normally a fan of fashion-wise, is that Sabrina Carpenter wore a dress made of film strips from the movie Sabrina. Did it fit the theme? I can't, my brain will explode thinking. I thought it was so adorable. And most importantly, I finally loved her hair for the first time since we found out who she was. I thought she looked cute and sexy, and I loved the idea. And it didn't seem like narcissistic to me, because I don't think she's like that. It seemed very sort of like on brand for her.
Yeah.
Like if there was a movie named Katie and Katy Perry was wearing it, I'd be like, this is the ugliest shit I've ever seen in my life. But I loved it. I love Sabrina. I'm sensing that Charlotte was not a huge fan of it.
The shoe was criminal.
Was it
criminal.
The shoe? Oh,
you know when she like arrests someone hot in her concert, they should have done that to her. It was just a black ugly pump that should be with a slack.
It was a mix of drag queen meets the stripper topper meets the shoe that the pageant girls wear. It just was not for me. It like really clunked down the outfit.
Yeah, it was bad.
Being said, I thought the dress was beautifully constructed and so interesting. But for me, I was like, the film strips, I understand that, again, art can be many different things. I mean,
that's what I took from
TV. Like TV is art. All these things are art.
This podcast is art.
This is the thing though, like that's like baseline, like you didn't try for Met Gala for me.
Right.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
See, I thought it was so cute.
But just a normal silhouette. It was really cute, but it's just a normal silhouette dress. It's like nothing that special. It's made out of film strips. I did Project Runway and we literally do an unconventional materials challenge. Like someone could have made this in the unconventional materials challenge.
I mean, I will say it was perfectly constructed. Like I had no notes in regards to that.
Her hair and makeup are absolutely
Again, I agree.
Like,
the hair and the makeup was like very sophisticated. I didn't fully understand how the headpiece referenced the outfit. Like for me, it
was disjointed.
Okay. It was
disjointed. But you know, that black shoe was, the fact that anyone let her on the carpet with that black shoe on is criminal.
I didn't even notice the shoe until you brought it up. But I understand what you're saying. It's definitely not even like top 10 looks.
They kept cutting it out because it looked so bad.
A+ for the idea. Yes, you would all give a lower grade. Like I'm not putting her in the top 10. I just thought it was super cute.
I don't even think I have a top 10. That's how bad this was. Like
it was really bad.
I have 10 people I like. I mean, if I'm giving Ben Platt snaps for a suit, like we know that I don't have anything to give.
Yes.
I'm exhausted from watching.
I'm not going to lie. It was really bad. Like it was
underwhelming. A lot of it was underwhelming.
The only thing that I'll really think about is Emma Chamberlain's dress.
Yes.
And for me, Janelle Monáe's dress. And then like Beyonce's dress, which she didn't even talk about the like skeleton weird thing that she wore. Which like for her, I feel like is like, she didn't even really, like, I feel like she wears stuff like this on her Instagram all the time.
I agree.
Like it was beautiful and it was like cool. But I was like, you wear stuff like this every day on your Instagram. I think it's like, I think she falls in the Madonna category.
Yes. It's like you would literally, the only thing they could do to like truly bowl everyone over is just show up fully nude. Like
completely naked with like pasties and a little.
What is left? What is left? You know, they're sort of in a corner. I liked that she looked regal, like that because she was one of the chairs. I liked that she showed up looking that way. I thought Nicole Kidman looked beautiful. I just wish she had worn something a little more dramatic. She's in my Mrs. category and it pains me to do because we usually love her. And last year we got in a fight, remember? Because Charlotte was like, no, I hate the dress. And we were like, at least someone came to work. Remember that? And
I do remember.
This was just like, she could have worn this at the freaking Golden Globes.
That's
not even the Oscars. You know what I mean? Like,
she showed up and she was just trying to say, fuck you to Keith Urban. She was like, catch this body, catch this glamour, catch all of it. You lost this. I'm going to go ascend the stairs. When really I was like, girl, let's move on from this man.
Okay.
This small man.
She should have gone nude.
I heard a rumor. Tell me what you guys think about this. I heard a rumor from like a rumor from a podcast from a rumor. Like this is so not substantiated at all. But allegedly, if like she shows up somewhere, Tom Cruise can't show up somewhere. And so
it wouldn't surprise me.
That's why she shows up to so many things, even when she's not supposed to, like, even when it's like, oh, why is she here? But it's like, because then he can't. Does that make sense? Because it kind of does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you never see them at the same things together.
Ever. Like, ever.
By the way, she's bringing, it's Sunday Rose, who's a model, apparently. It is her first, she's 17, so I have nothing to say about her because she's 17. But do you think that Connor and Isabella Cruz are watching Vogue.com and are like, hi, how come you don't bring us anywhere?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? Like what is going on? Like we need to do an expose into where Connor and Isabella Cruz are.
Well, they're probably got the seat. These are the ones that are still in Scientology.
Oh yeah.
That right? I don't know.
I don't know
that Tom doesn't talk to them either, by the way.
Oh, never mind. Okay. So then, who are the kids that like are still with Tom that she doesn't thank ever?
That's Connor and Isabella, but I don't think that they're with him. Like last I heard, Connor was DJing, and a couple of years ago, Tom showed up at one of his gigs in Long Beach, and they were like broing out together. But I think their relationship is not your typical parent-child.
But I think they're under the thumb of.
Let's have FFP do an expose.
Potential Netflix special.
Yeah.
You've got an idea.
We'll find Shelley when we do it.
Yeah, we sure will. Anyway, any other? Nicole Kidman's
I wanted your take on Doja. I wanted your take on Doja Cat.
Hated it. And I know Charlotte's going to say it's okay. It is okay, but it's just like,
okay. It's okay. I mean, I was like, the fabrics, again, how did this have to do with the theme?
At all.
It didn't.
Or like, again, do we not get the theme? I think we get the theme.
But also the theme is weird. But also the theme, it needs to be straightforward. Like camp, at least. Camp, yes, it's broad. But it was like, you have to show up and be crazy. Yes. Like, you know what I mean? Like Heavenly Bodies was like, this needs to be like God tier, quote unquote.
Right, because Black dandyism is very, it was like,
you're going to have a suit,
much.
But if you're just in a suit, you're going to look like a loser. It needs to be like over the top and crazy. Like this was just like, here's 7 themes. It reminds me of remember the first one we did, which was like Through the Looking Glass and like Moments in Time. And it was like, it was what?
Garden, but this, and it was
Garden of Time. Yeah, and so some people showed up with like butterflies, and then some people showed up like looking like a clock. And it was like what?
Salvador Dali style,
yes.
Which I would have appreciated more here at this Met Gala.
Charlotte Rose Coleman, Stylist to the Stars. Please tell everyone where they can find you and where they can follow you.
Absolutely. You can find me at Charlotte Rose Style to see all of my styling works. And if you just want to bug me and be my friend, you can follow me at Charlotte Rose Coleman on Instagram.
Thank you for being here. We love you so much.
Oh my God,
we love you, Charlotte. CRC, our favorite acronym to guess.
Stylist to the Stars, for real. And real stars call her that, by the way.
That is true.
That is true. Dominick, where can people find you?
They can find me at my website, which is dominaterry.com, or they can find me at Dominick Pupa on Instagram. I have some Pride shows coming up in June and a residency in Provincetown this summer. So please check the link tree on my Instagram and get some tickets and come say hi. Christopher, where can the listeners of this podcast find you on the World Wide Web? On Al Gore's internet.
You love saying Al Gore's internet.
I love Al Gore's internet.
It's like literally a 15-year-old joke.
I love it. I'll never get over it.
You can find me at the Chris DeRosa. You can find the show at Fixing Famous People, and you can find the Patreon at patreon.com/fixingfamouspeople. I wish you both well. And as always, where's Shelley? Goodbye.